For weddings and big events like that, if I have a timeline or whatsoever, this camera bag is awesome just because it actually has, okay, what is in my camera bag for 2021? I am doing this after work, so hopefully I stay alive and also I can talk through my canker sore because it's hurting like crazy. But I'm gonna pull out my handy dandy camera bag, and this is just from Amazon. It's just a nice leather, I call it a diaper bag because a lot of moms have this. It is not the best camera bag on earth, but what I have done is I've actually inserted another camera pouch in here so that I can divide the whole space so that I have two tiers. I've got tier 1 for my main camera, and then tier 2 at the bottom is actually my backup camera if I need it. So obviously my main camera is on you guys are on the tripod, but besides my main camera, which is actually the Nikon D750, and it is a nice wedding photographer's camera. It's great in low light. It's also pretty fast. I think that also depends on your lens. Right now I have the 50mm 1.8 on you guys, but I also have this 24-70 right here. It's kind of special and kind of expensive, but if I could choose any other lens that I could have, it would probably be the 70-200, but it's just so heavy, and this girl needs to lift more, I guess, because it's way too heavy for me. But I do enjoy my 24-70. I use it pretty much probably 80% of the wedding day. I do photograph weddings, but there's just so much that goes into weddings that I'm not going to include into this. For example, I do use like ribbons and flat lays and styling boards that I have mentioned in other videos in the past that you can go watch, but this is just going to be for the everyday photographer, maybe more than the everyday just because this is a lot. So the top tier is the Nikon D750. Let me know, you guys, if you have a Nikon, a Sony, a Canon, and even better yet, do you have a full frame, or do you have a crop sensor, or do you have one of those mirrorless cameras? Another thing that I usually carry if I know I'm going to be indoors, this is mostly for receptions or if I'm doing an event. I also photograph corporate businesses. I do have my flash, which is the Young Nuo, and it's just a Speedlite. It goes on top of your camera, and it can, you know, rotate. I want to break this thing. There we go. I can rotate these this way and that way. And then I also did buy this little diffuser that goes on top, but I actually don't really love how it has worked, or at least how I've used it. So I primarily just either use it bare or put this up so that it bounces back onto the card and then fills in the shadows. So on top I also have, usually I will carry actual chargers on the wedding day, but because this is just a lifestyle session that we're talking about, I will not be carrying, you know, the actual chargers. I will just be carrying extra batteries, and these are for the Nikon, and then this is for my flash. These are rechargeable batteries, the Panasonic N-Loop batteries, and I will be linking these things down below. I have a lot of stuff over there, but that's just like a lot of the little necessities that you want to bring for yourself and also for your client to make them feel more comfortable. So I also do have this, and I'll just show you how to fold it, but basically it is my gigantic, should I pull it out? I'm scared. There you go. It's the gigantic diffuser slash reflector, and it is 5-in-1, and I've mentioned it before in the past videos, but it's really great because it helps you bounce back light onto the subject, or it can diffuse light that's coming into the window. Okay, I'm not even gonna bother. Wasn't that complicated? So I also have, you know, the extra batteries and such, but then I also have a lens cloth, and then I have these random sprinkles. I don't know why I have these. Hey, you know what? It's a fun prop. It's gonna be a look. And then I did want to show you guys, I got this little thing from StitchFix. I did a StitchFix unboxing haul a while ago. If you guys want to watch the review, it was kind of savage. But I did buy this from their shop, and it's this really cute fanny pack. And I think I want to just use it for like batteries and extra SD cards and maybe one lens. I don't necessarily want to have this backpack on me all the time because I come home with my back just, yeah, it's not good. For the bottom part, I do have this insert that I was talking about. So this insert actually came from a different camera backpack that I bought from Amazon, and basically it's this Velcro situation going on. It's kind of tacky, honestly, and it's not the best, I know, but it keeps the shape of the bag so I can put another camera down there, So advisably, if you did do wedding photography, you would want another full frame camera as your backup. But currently I do have the Nikon D750, which was my very first DSLR, as my backup. And it's a great starter camera, beginner camera. I think even in 2021, I still hear about it. I know there's another one above it, the 3500, but this is the 3300, and I've actually used this for two weddings, one here in Georgia and then one in the Philippines, and then I use this in Europe. It's super lightweight. I think it really just depends on the lens. This is the 35mm 1.8, so that creates that depth of field you want, you know, the blurry background. I still do bring the batteries and extra SD cards for it, and I keep it primarily down there. Since I have space, sometimes I'll put another small lens. If I have the 50 off and the 24-70 on, I'll put it down here. For weddings and big events like that, if I have a timeline or whatsoever, this camera bag is awesome just because it actually has a laptop sleeve in the back. Perfect for folders or for paperwork and such. In the pockets, I do bring at least one water bottle. You gotta stay hydrated as a photographer. I always forget. I come home and I'm so exhausted, and then I realize I didn't even drink my water at all. So I'll try to bring two, one for me, one for the client, one for the bride. It does get really heavy, so that's why I try not to carry my bag all the time now that I've experienced it. On the other side, I do have this, it's a taser slash flashlight. Should I do it here on camera? I'm kind of nervous. I don't want you guys to get shocked. I'll do it. So it is a flashlight. Oops. It is a flashlight. And then it is a taser. Oh wow. I just jolted and it didn't even work. I need to charge it. Wow. If somebody came after me, just so you know, I will be charging this before you stalk me, stalker. But this is one of those things that you need, I think, as a female photographer, especially if you're doing shoots alone a lot. You need to be on guard and make sure you are aware of your surroundings and you tell people where you are going. But in here, the front pouch, we do have, I would say, more of the little necessities that I would carry on a wedding day or on a shoot even. I have, you know, an extra battery pack for my phone and a cord. I usually can charge my phone in the car, but just in case on a shoot, I also do have my SD card organizer, which I talked about in my Amazon must-haves. It's this card slot that lets you display all your cards like this, and I try to put my SD cards backwards like this so I know they're not empty. And then I try to put my phone number on the SD card so that if they get lost, they'll be returned. And then I do want to remind you that you need to buy the fastest SD cards, which I like these SanDisk Extreme Pro 64 gigabytes, but what you need to look at are the number MB/S, which means number megabytes per second, and I talk more about it in my other video, but 170 means it's super fast compared to, you know, a 60. So in this pouch, I usually have a list of things I need to pack on my phone, you know, for myself or the bride. So I do have aspirin or allergy medication, I do have hand sanitizer, and then I do have some fashion tape, some lip balm, my lips just get chapped, oh man. And then I got moisturizer, and then I've got little extra bobby pins, earring backs, safety pins. I've got my contacts holder, just because sometimes my contacts act really crazy. And then I also did bring a pair of extra contacts, because if you are a photographer and you don't have your eyesight, how are you supposed to function? I don't know how that would work. So sometimes I'll even bring my glasses just in case, because I'm that uber prepared. Enneagram 6, anyone? I also have my eye drops ready here just because I have major allergies. Got my eyeliner, which I don't usually wear eyeliner on the wedding day just because I smile, tear up, and just squint a lot, so it's not even gonna be worth it. And then I've got my little claw clip, I've got my hair tie, I've got band-aids for anyone, I've got little alcohol swabs for cleaning, etc. So I have that all in this pouch. And then this is all kind of miscellaneous, but if it is a cold day, whether it be a family, lifestyle, group session, wedding, I will be bringing hand warmers. This has saved my behind on a lot of cold days, so this I highly recommend. And then I also do bring hand wipes, a lot of hand things. And then this usually just stays in my car, but I'll bring a little bit of essential oil, or I'll bring like little Vicks, or I love these little tiger balms. It's an Asian thing, but I love it because when I'm stressed, I'll just like This is weird, but I sniff on them, or like I'll literally put them on my nose, and then if you're wearing a mask, it doesn't even matter. But I think it helps me. It might help a bride if she's a little stressed. And then I do bring my little business cards, and I just got these printed by Vistaprint, but they're handy dandy. You would think that nobody's using business cards anymore, but they still do. I still do. So yay me for being prepared. Wow, this got really miscellaneous at the end, I'm sorry. But I do recommend wearing a watch for any session, whether it be a wedding or just regular lifestyle, because you definitely want to know the time so you don't keep looking at your phone. Oh, and then I did want to show my battery pouch. So I usually don't carry all this, but I do have the N-loop batteries right here. And then I also do have this, which is the SD card reader for your phone, so you just plug it in and then you're able to read anything on your phone from your DSLR. And then I do have my Sonys, which this is mostly for driving because I don't want to shoot with this on because I can't see anything. I do have lights as well that I bring for my receptions, but they're on this stand right here. Newer LED lights, they're very slim, super nice and compact, and then they can actually go on top of the camera. They have a little mount that they come with. And then I did want to show you very briefly two things that one thing I definitely have to bring to all my sessions because I'm a little shorty. I am 5'2". Okay, I'm rounding up, but I have this little stool, and this is handy because I can either use it to photograph tall people, which is pretty much everybody, but I actually used it for a past wedding where the grandma had to get off of a tram or like a little trolley, and she used it, and it was super cute because I was the hero of the situation. I was just a second shooter, and I was so prepared. Look at that. So, and then I also have this, which is the flat board that I have for weddings, and I did show a DIY styling board video a while ago that you want to watch, but I also did a product photography video where I showed the different styling boards that I have. But if you guys want to know more about photography besides what's in my camera bag for 2021, then make sure you go ahead and watch my other videos about editing, about finding your own style over here.